So I dropped the ball and I didn't film anything for Vlogmas day 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A whole 5 days. I'm sorry.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
So my parents left to Mexico the day after our Secret Santa, and these last 5 days have been just me trying to get back into a rhythm with just me and the boys. When my parents are here, I do like to go visit as much as possible so they get to see the kids and vice versa. So I really don't plan much with the kids, only like on certain days. Aside from David's little homeschool lesson time, I don't really plan much with them. And then usually they would fall asleep on the way back from grandma's house. So that was their routine. We'd get up, have breakfast, get ready, play a little, go to grandma's, sleep on the way to grandma's. And now we don't have that drive. And they were both taking naps a little too late for my liking, which pushed back bedtime a little, a little back. And then I ended up in bed till like 1 a.m. because I still needed a shower and have, my 10 minutes to myself. So these last 5 days, I have not filmed anything because I've just really been trying to get them to take naps around the same time, overlap their naps. So that way I get to make dinner because my husband is also back to work like his regular hours. So he's home a lot later than before. So it's just a lot of things that were going on that prevented me from dedicating myself to filming for Vlogmas. But if you are new to my channel, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You have no idea who I am. So let me introduce myself. My name is Janet and I am a stay-at-home mom to 2 little boys. I have a 3-year-old who is getting some sort of homeschooling. So I do have a lot of homeschooling videos coming up. And I also have an 8-month-old. He will be 9 months, like in 2 days. So a 9-month-old. So it's getting cold outside. I mean, like not here in California because it's like 80 degrees year round, but I can imagine around the world where there's actually seasons. It's getting cold and the kids will be out from school in a few days. So I decided to share with you a few activities that I do with David that keep him busy without asking for cartoons or the phone or, Like I said, David is 3, so this is more for the toddler stage. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and let's get into it. So aside from the usual coloring, David's not a big fan of coloring, but once we get coloring and I actually sit down and color with him, he gets really into it, but it's not like his first choice. Coloring, reading, he loves reading. I do have a lot of books for him, and every time I go to the Dollar Tree, I do try to pick up a new book for him. Another thing that I've mentioned on here is he loves puzzles. If you follow us on Instagram, you see that he has a lot of different puzzles and he does a lot of different puzzles a day. Again, Dollar Tree is great for this. They have a ton of puzzles. I picked up a few. These I showed in my Dollar Tree haul. I have these saved for his stocking stuffers. So I have puzzles for him. Now, if you can't find puzzles for like a age group, you can always go on Pinterest. They have so many different printable puzzles that you can go ahead, cut up, laminate, whatever, or print out on cardstock that you can have, for more durability, that you can have there and bring out when the kids are getting a little fussy, getting a little bored. I printed these out and I did laminate them, and they come with these pictures, and then you also get like all the little shapes. We make it like a little race, so he'll choose one, I'll choose one. He gets his pieces, I get my pieces, and then we build the little, this does not look like a flower, I don't know what that is, but there's a little turtle, a boat, a house, and they just have to, so that's a little different than a puzzle, but so he really enjoys these. I will go ahead and have this printable link down below for you. I found it on Pinterest. Another thing that might scare a lot of you guys is sensory bins. Now for sensory bins, they can get a little messy, but For myself, I like to dump this stuff in like a large bin that I got from the 99-cent store for like $2. It's pretty large. You can actually take this outside if the weather permits, but if not, it's a great activity to keep them busy for a really long time. We like to use this play sand that I picked up from Target Dollar Spot. I have that in a few colors, and it comes with a few little molds as well. This one actually comes with the same mold. I didn't pay attention when I bought them, but you can also use Play-Doh. I found these at Dollar Tree. I'm also saving this for a stocking stuffer, but it comes with a bunch of little tools that they can use to roll and mold and like little cookie cutter things. So yeah, if you don't have any of this, you can also use rice, beans, and then just throw a bunch of stuff in there. Like I love, David loves it when I throw his little cars in there, when I throw different shapes or even the little cookie cutters. He loves using these to bring them out. Also, obviously they're like, it's a learning activity. They're using their hand and eye coordination. And we also have these. I haven't opened these. I have another pack that he does use, and it has a bunch of kitchen utensils, a spoon, a whisk, a smasher. So he loves using this with the sand and even water for those hot days. You can bring it out and play with the water. Board games. We love board games. Now, a lot of board games are not like age appropriate for a 3-year-old. He loves Jenga. Now, this one I am saving for another time, but we found this little Jenga at Dollar Tree. Now, the box was ruined, and David really gets a kick out of playing with this. This one I bought from Mexico, guys. So you guys probably won't be able to find it like at Target. But it's just a regular Jenga. It's just different colors, and it comes with a dice up here that you roll, and it makes it harder because instead of just pulling out whichever you think is not gonna make the tower fall, you have to pick the color that you roll. So it's just an extra little challenge. And another one that he really enjoys is Uno. Now, it's the Uno attack where you push the button and the cards fly out. We usually play that when there's a lot of friends here. David loves pushing the button. But it also helps with number recognition, color recognition. I can just ask, I mean, he never really plays by himself, but when he does want to play, I ask him, like, do you have a yellow card or do you have a number 3? And then he will go ahead and look for it. A lot of the times he says no, just so he can push the button. Another thing David really enjoys is playing with the little cars. I really like taping numbers onto his cars, numbers or letters, and then I also tape the flash card for that letter or that number on the floor. I tape it on the floor, and he has to park it. He has to park his car in the correct number. I'll go ahead and do it all around his room, and he'll be playing and driving his little cars and then just making sure that he parks it in the correct one. Now, it can be numbers, it can be matching the letters, it can be with the capital and the lowercase, it can be with colors, it can be with shapes. You can really switch it up to whatever you want to tape on here. And the last one is definitely my favorite. I've been looking to do this for a while, but David kind of wasn't old enough for something like this, but we love a good indoor scavenger hunt. Now, usually I will go ahead and hide a different item that we will need for a craft. Like, let's say if we are doing a sensory bin, I'll hide this in one of the areas. Then I'll hide this somewhere else, and then I'll give him different clues. And now, I did find clues on Pinterest. I will go ahead and link that for you down below as well. But yeah, David really gets a kick out of that one, and you know, I do have to help him. Like, one of the clues is don't get stressed, look where you get dressed. So then I'll tell him, where do you grab your clothes from? And he'll tell me, my drawers in my room. So then we'll come in here and he'll open his drawer and this will be in there, or you know, something that we're going to be using for a craft. So he gets really excited, and by the time we get to the craft, he's already figured out what we're doing and he's just really excited. So those are my ideas for keeping your toddlers busy this winter season or whenever you want. But you know, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do have videos coming up. I've figured out my schedule with my kids, so I am definitely back to our regular programming of our daily videos for Vlogmas this month. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.